Poovanur RVIR Laya Academy of Music and Mathematics. Welcome to Poovanur RVIR Laya Academy of Music and Mathematics. We are now in level 6, introspecting the legendary Mridangam Vidwan Palaghat Sri R. Raghu Sir's ideas. Before I get into the class, I'll start this class with a Thirukkural. Arindu Aatri Seiyir Parka Allal Vinaidan Sirandan Endru Yevar Patru Andru. What is the meaning of it? Seyyum Seyalai Nangu Arindu இடையூறுகளை தாங்கி செய்பவனை தவிர இவன் அன்பிற்கு சிறந்தவன் என்று யாருக்கும் வேலை தரக்கூடாது. If you want to assign a particular work to a person, just because a person is kind, you should not assign the work. You should ensure that person is capable and he can meet up the challenges. Only after analyzing these aspects, you should assign a work. That's what this Thirukkural is all about, mentioned by Thiruvalluvar. We'll start this class. In the last class, we were reviewing Takadin Dimidin Dimi, the ways you Raghu sir, how you embellished from a simpler form to complex form, and how the phrases were refined. Using those phrases, how the Tirmanams were built for 8 beats, and then how you gradually improvised to 16 beats in a different form and varied forms. And I also taught you some core-wise, how we had handled it using those complex phrases. Today we are going to see few more interesting aspects into this sequence. In the Takadin Dimi, the last phrase, there is another phrase he introduced with Arachap. Tham tarikita takadimi takadimi taka. Dum chap Arachap dum ki. Then dumki. So it's a combination of tham kita taka, takadimi, takadimi, taka. So takadimi, takadimi, taka together is 10. In a higher form, the 10 when you play in a higher speed, it is 5. Tham kita taka in a higher form is 6, in a lower form it's 3. So the lower form of 3 plus 5, he represents as tham tarikita takadimi, takadimi, taka. So that's how the 16 syllables is beautifully compressed into a 2-beat phrase. Tam tarikata takadimi takadimi taka. In the lower form it comes like this, but this is a Madhyama Kala sequence. You cannot play in a very dead slow speed. It doesn't give the beauty out of it. So you need to play in a Madhyama Kalam to emanate the beauty out of this sequence, which is using this also, he improvised a Tirmanam. Tantarikata takadimi takadimi takadim, takadimi takadimi dim, takadimi takadimi dim. Tantarikata takadimi takadimi takadim, takadimi takadimi dim, takadimi takadimi dim. Tantarikata takadimi takadimi takadim, takadimi takadimi dim, takadimi takadimi dim. There's all this takadimi, it's so complex because everything involves arachapa. So I'll play in a slow pace. First of all, you understand that. Then you have to play in a higher speed to get that arachap in each and every phrase you play. This is the first part of the phrase. rich form of this phrase. That's one of his best ideas. I found it interesting to be tabled as part of my curriculum. The next interesting way is he normally plays a chorus with a story, like building that sequence in a nice way by storytelling mode. Here, the beauty, taka the dimmi the dimmi, taka the dimmi the dimmi, taka the dimmi the dim, tak dimmi, taka the dimmi the dim, tak dimmi, taka the dimmi the dim, tak dimmi, dimmi the dim, tak dim, dimmi the dim, tak dim, taka the dimmi the dimmi, taka the dimmi the dim, taka the dimmi the tak dimmi dim, tak dimmi the dim, taka the dimmi the dim, taka the dimmi the taka dimmi dim, ta. How he nicely builds it, see? Tak dimmi, tak dimmi, tak dimmi dim, ta. All these phrases he interludes before he gets into the concept. So, which means he builds the idea beautifully, gradually, and we know something he's going to do using all these phrases. And that's how we should bring the storyboard. Dimmi ta dimmi ding ta dimmi ta ta dimmi ding ta ta dimmi ding ta din dong ta di ta dum ta ta dimmi ding ta din dong ta di ta ton ta di ta dum ta di ta dimmi ding ta din dong ta ta di ta ton 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 ta. Now, Tadikitathom, I have taught you the different ways of playing Nandari Kadagum, Kadagum, Tadari Kadagum, all these varieties I taught you as part of his ideas. You should change that Tadikitathom, Nandari Kadagum, Tanandari Kadagum, Takanandari Kadagum. So, 5, 6, and 7, if you replace it with an embellishing phrase, this beaut core way emanates out wonderfully well. So this is another wonderful idea where he plays in an aesthetic way. The next idea, he uses the Tittankada in a very, very classic way. Tittankada is an 8-akshara phrase. He will convert it into a 9-akshara phrase and make it a little complicated. A small twist in a story. Let's see how it goes. This is a normal form, vanilla form. Nothing wrong. You can play like that. Let's see how Raghu plays. So you added a taka to make it a 9 akshara, 9 syllabled phrase, and then takes it after 7 akshara. Taka dimmi takita ti tangita taka darigata taka takata dimmi the dimmi takata dimmi the dimmi takata dimmi di taka tangita taka darigata taka takata dimmi di taka tangita taka. You can play taka before or after. But before it becomes rounded and then you again play the same phrase. But what he does is he makes a complex, he takes it from the complex and taka finally lands up there. And that's what he does all the time. He makes it complex. Taka dimmi takita te tankita taka darigata taka taka dimmi the dim. And only at the end you will know what he's trying to do. He lands with a force. And that's his power. Like it's like a warrior playing. That's how he plays. And using this approach, he formed a chorway with the same twist in story. Let's see how it goes. Takadin dimmi dimmi takadin dimmi dimmi takadin dimmi din de takada takadari takada takad dimmi dimmi takada dimmi dimmi takada dimmi din de takada takadari takada takada dimmi din de takada takadari takada takad dimmi din takad takada takadari takada takada takadari takada dikada hundaga takada takadari takada dikada hundaga takadari takada dikada hundaga dikada hundaga dikada hundaga ta di ketta tundaga ta di ketta tundaga dikada hum dikada hum dikada. That's the chorway he plays. Everything is a little complex, but he structured it to ensure that you get the grip of the thala. When you take one akshara half the bass, 3 akshara off the bass, there is during my thala exercise also I told you. This is how you have to practice a complex thing, easy thing, everybody plays. It's like bhajan playing, everybody can play. But if you want to learn this art in a much more refined way, the way their grandsons, both their grandsons, Abhishek, Raghuram and Anand, had taken this, the brilliance from his grandfather and taking this laya into a different dimension altogether. So all these seedings, all this base was given by his master, Palaghat Sri T.S. Maniyar, and with that Bhani, Palaghat Raghu with his BA honors in mathematics, he has made a distinctive image for himself with a stamp of his own play, his own Bhani, and that's the beauty of his play. So we're going to see a couple of more interesting ideas in this class, and then we'll wind it up and then we'll take it up in the next class. The next idea, the same sequence, tatit tatum 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 tadikitatum takatati tatum 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 tadikitatum takatati tatum 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 tadikitatum tatum tadikitatum tatum tadikitatum ta. So this is a beautiful 24-beat chorway. So this he takes it into a Tisram format later. I will express it towards the end, but he beautifully plays this. Tatum, tadikitaka, taditadum, tatum, 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 tadikitaka, takatidim. He establishes this pattern first. Then he improvises on the pattern, and then he graduates into a sequence and plays in different forms and makes it much more complex. I'm teaching you only the vanilla portion of what he does, and he makes it further more complex in his 3 times repeat with different phrases, with different embellishments, and shortening the front port, Purvangam, lengthening in the Uttarangam, and he does various ideas. It gets it on the fly, and then it makes it beautiful composition. You gets into Tisram and then gets into different dimension. Using this Korva in Chatusram, gets into he plays like this. I think I wanted to I will close in this class because there's too much of ideas in this class. I will probably teach you one more idea which I wanted to showcase in my next class, and you will get benefited out of this. I'll conclude this class with a Thirukkural. Seivanai nadi, vinai nadi, kalattodu eida unarndu seyal. What is the meaning of it? செய்பவனை பற்றி நன்கு ஆராய்ந்து செய்யும் செயலையும் ஆராய்ந்து தக்க காலத்தோடு பொருந்துமாறு உணர்ந்து அவனிடம் ஒப்புவிக்க வேண்டும். You should analyze a particular person's capabilities. Then also about the work, what is the nature of the work, you should also analyze that. And then at the right time, you should assign to the right person to get that act in a correct way. That's what this Thirukkural is all about. We'll conclude this class. I'll see you in the next class with much more interesting ideas of Palaghat Sri R. Raghu sirs.